Hello, this is Annette from Antoinette Elisabeth. Today I'm going to share you one more step from the 10 simple steps to release or reduce long-term stress and anxiety. Today we take step 6, guilt and forgiveness. I'm going to read something about a story that I read, and it's regarding guilt. Guilt actually acts as an acid in our body and creates problems. So I'm going to read this. I'm going to look down for a little bit, but I'm going to make sure that I read it correctly. Professor Gates at the Psychology Laboratory of Washington, D.C., in an experiment testing the emotions and reactions of the body. He found 40 bad emotions, and many of them were good. So you have fear. Fear is not per se bad, because we need some fear to detect a dangerous situation so we can run away or take action. So fear is a bad emotion, but it's good to have. Of all the bad emotions, he said the reaction to guilt was the worst. He took a small quantity of perspiration from the body from each emotional reaction and tested them. The emotions of guilt showed a strong acid test result. Now, if you put some acid on your flesh, on your skin, you know what will happen. The acid will burn, and if you allow it to continue to burn, it will prove painfully and destroy the tissue of the flesh. It is such a chemical reaction that is affecting the tissue of organisms of the body. When these destroying thoughts are allowed to harbor within and generate a poison which weakens and eventually destroys the body, it is your responsibility to your own health to let go of guilt. Guilt has no purpose. It has no meaning. It has no reason. There's no anything beneficial about guilt. Guilt is about keeping score. Nobody keeps score. The only person in your life that keeps scores is you. You keep score in your own mind. You can let that go. You don't need guilt. Keep in mind, when you hear guilt, it creates acid in your body, and you don't know where. Feelings of guilt is very hard to let go of, but it can build up long-term stress, and it can linger in the background. You might not even know where it's coming from. It creates an anxiety feeling of something. I should have done different. I wish I did this. I wish I said that. That person, this situation. All that is old stuff, and it just lingers and lingers in the background, and it could create some guilt feelings, and the guilt feelings can create acid, and that can form diseases in your body, and you might not know where it comes from because it's been there for so long. It eats energy. Guilt eats energy. It's on the background and it eats energy. It eats away good feelings because there's this pressure. There's always this weight. It's not feeling light. It's not feeling free. There's always something that could have been better, that could have been done, handled, said differently. I encourage you to let that moment go. Let go, and you don't need to hold on to it any longer. Learn the lesson. Sit down with it. Feel where the feeling is coming from, and replace it immediately with forgiveness. Tell yourself you don't make mistakes. You might have not made the best decision, but now your awareness allows you to make a better decision. You cannot hold on to guilt from something that happened in the past, because then you cannot move forward, okay? So if you let go of the guilt and you forgive that person, especially yourself, from the decisions that were made, from the actions, the situation, whatever was created, let it go and keep it behind you. Put it in your rearview mirror and move forward and focus on your own happiness. If you hold on to guilt, you create a block. So new positive things can never fill your life fully, because there's always this resistance thing that's in there. If you can let go of the guilt, you actually create space. And you create space for full happiness to develop in your body. And when you have full happiness developing in your body, all the old feelings of guilt will evaporate. When you sit down and know and have awareness that you have a guilty feeling, and know and have awareness where it's coming from, it actually takes courage to sit with that feeling, identify the feeling, learn the lesson from it, and immediately fill it with forgiveness. Forgiveness that you hang on to such a situation for such a long time. Forgiveness for the situation that was created. Forgiveness for what you did say or did do or didn't do. Forgive yourself, and also forgive other people, because when you stay connected to other people, it is also a negative energy cord which could also develop into a guilty feeling because now you feel guilty that you can't let it go. So let it all go with forgiveness and love, and allow it to create space, open up and create space for all the happiness, all the fun things you want in your life. Choose to live in the new life. Choose to not live in your past. Life is a lesson. Learn what you need to learn. Forget what you need to forget. And forgive yourself for everything and anything you need to forgive yourself for. Forgiveness is very important to be able to move forward in life. Guilt has no purpose and no function. It is about keeping score. You're the only person who can keep score. If other people are holding guilt against you, if other people are keeping score against you, stay away from the people. Create a distance, maybe for a day, maybe for a week, maybe for a month, maybe forever. Other people's opinions are not important to you. You have your own opinions about you. You have your own ideas about what you want in life. And if other people are there trying to make you feel guilty, to guilt you into doing something, step away from them. You don't need that in your life. Nobody needs that in their life. Step away from that and allow yourself to be happy and decide what you want for yourself. If people do that, it's because they're probably insecure. And their insecurity is not your responsibility to fix. They have their life lessons. You have yours, but they have theirs. And it's their responsibility to find a solution for their issues. It's their responsibility to learn their life lessons. You stay focused on yourself. That doesn't mean you're selfish. That doesn't mean you're cold. That doesn't mean you're rude or inconsiderate. It just means that you learn to put yourself first. When you put yourself first and all your attention is on your well-being, you are able to help other people better. But you're never supposed to take life lessons away from someone else. It is okay if someone else falls, because they will get up and they will try again. It's not your job to protect other people from falling. They have their own life lessons and you have yours. Let bad situations from the past go. Don't hang on to it anymore and let go of the guilt. Choose to live a happy life. Decide you want to let it go for now and forever. It will eliminate long-term stress and anxiety if that is caused by the guilt. It will eliminate it. It will create calm and peace of mind in your head, and it will create a calmer energy in your body. Don't keep score. Just don't keep score. If other people do something, it's because they had a bad day. It's because they're on a learning journey. It's because whatever. Don't keep score. Move forward with your life and keep focused on the life that you want, on your own happiness. And then I made a note, so I'm going to read it again. Forgive yourself for all decisions you made that were not the best ones. Always know you have a new opportunity to make a better decision afterwards. You get always new opportunities. Forgive yourself for all past relationships. Every relationship that's behind you was one to teach you a lesson. You're never going to be that same person again. You're never going to make that same mistake again. Forgive yourself for trusting the not right people. Everybody's in your life to teach you something. It's okay. You learn to pay more attention, to listen better, to not turn your back to someone. You learn from it. Forgive yourself for all previous emotional pain. All that was growth. Painful, long-term maybe, but let it go. It's all in your past. You are what you are today, and you can move forward today and tomorrow with all the lessons you have in your back pocket. Forgive yourself for not meeting others' expectations. Forgive yourself for thinking that you need to do that. You don't need to meet anybody else's expectations. Really, what other people think of you is none of your business. Don't care what other people say, think, or expect of you. Do what you want. Do what you feel is good. And forgive yourself for not being perfect. Nobody is perfect, and we're all here to evolve and grow in our life. It's a fantastic journey. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's easy, but we have so many opportunities to do great things in life. Love yourself for who you are. Love yourself for all your decisions, and love yourself for anything and everything that was in your past. You make no mistakes. Simply said, you make no mistakes. You are exactly where you need to be on your journey. Everything that's in your past has taught you what you know today. You know what you're not supposed to do anymore because those were the harder lessons. And you know what came easy to you is what you continue doing. You are learning, and life brings lessons every single day. Every day you have the opportunity to start the rest of your life. Take that opportunity, love it, and recreate all the opportunities that you want in your life. If it didn't happen today, maybe it happens tomorrow or next week. Keep focused on what you want and it will show up. And then we go with our action steps for this week, for this day. Practice telling yourself a few times a day, I love myself. I love myself for not being perfect. And I forgive myself for all the things I could have done better. And then I am happy for all decisions I made because they brought me to where I am today. I let go and forgive myself for all things, moments, and people that were challenging and painful. I don't keep score. I don't want guilt in my life because guilt reminds me of acid. This exercise is more powerful when you do it in front of a mirror or in front of your selfie camera so you can look into your own eyes. When you look into your own eyes, when you say those words, it kind of does something to you. For some people, maybe not for all, but for some people it does. Repeat this every time when you have a feeling of feeling guilty. Remind yourself that guilt creates acid in your body. And acid creates some form of error, defect, or disease in your body. Protect yourself and keep guilt out of your system. I hope this lesson was helpful for you, and if you find people that can maybe benefit from this, you can forward the message, you can forward the video, and if you want to leave a comment, please do so, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Have a great day.